officer, he refuses to suspend the damages.
Ma'am, I'm of law enforcement. Here's my badge.
What? Oh my god!
Have a good day.
He's violating HOA rules. Arrest him. There is no HOA. And you just called 911 on a federal investigator. Y'all, I thought I'd seen it all 3 decades chasing tax cheats and money launderers of feds. But nothing prepared me for the moment a suburban queen bee called the cops on me for planting a rose bush, thinking she'd finally crushed a new guy who wouldn't bow to her fake HOA. The look on her face when that officer went from rolling his eyes to snapping to attention after seeing my old IRS badge. If that's a memory I'd frame if I could grab a coffee, settle in, and drop a comment with where you're watching from. Because this story of me, a quiet retiree taking down a backyard dictator in Oakwood Hills, is going to blow your mind. I'm Tom Carver, 62, a retired IRS criminal investigator who spent 30 years sniffing out fraud so slick it make your head spin. When my wife Ellen and I decided it was time to trade stakeouts for sunsets, we found Oakwood Hills, a charming little neighborhood in North Carolina with old oaks, quirky houses, and most important LOA in the county records. I checked, double CH checked, pulled every deed and file on myself. Because if my career taught me anything, it's that you don't sign on the dotted line without reading the fine print. No covenants, no restrictions, just city rules and good neighbors. Perfect for a guy who wanted grill steaks, 10 roses, and maybe argue with Ellen about which bird feeder looks best. We bought a tidy rancher on Maple Lane. Met folks like the Menezes, a young couple with shy smile and a killer salsa recipe, and old Mr. Jenkins, who's been fixing cars in his garage since Carter was president. It felt like home, the kind of place where folks wave, not glare, and you help a neighbor mow their lawn if they're under the weather. Then Margaret Voss showed up like a storm cloud in a pearl white Cadillac Escalade. License plate, Oak Lady, all designer scarves, and a smile that didn't reach her eyes. She wasn't just rich. She was the kind of rich that screams it with a diamond watch that clashed with her neon pink nails. Day one, she's on my porch. Not with a pie, but a glossy pamphlet for the Oakwood Hills Community Association, complete with rules about mailbox brands, approved flower species, and paint colors so bland they'd make oatmeal jealous. I'm Margaret, your association president. She says, voice sweet as saccharin but sharp underneath, handed me a form demanding a $2,000 annual fee plus a $600 initiation. I'm thinking, lady, I've busted Ponzi schemes with less nerve. That's odd, I say. Keeping it cool. County records show no HOA here. Her smile twitches just for a second before she doubles down. It's a private agreement, Mr. Carver, to protect our property values. Everyone joins. It's how we keep Oakwood Hills special. I hand back her pamphlet, polite but firm. Thanks, but we're good. Ellen, and I will keep our place up just fine. Her eyes narrow and she says, you'll regret this. And members don't last long here. The doors barely shut before I'm thinking, oh, Margaret, you have no idea who you're messing with. For a week, it's quiet. Too quiet. Like the calm before a hurricane. The men's give me nervous nods, eyes flicking toward Margaret McMansion, like she's got cameras in the trees. Mr. Jenkins grins when I mention her, muttering, told her to shove her rules 5 years ago. She uses my letters for kindling. Then the notes start. I'm taking out the trash when I find a neon green card under my wiper. Lawn height exceeds 2.75 inches. Violation of Guideline 8C. My lawn, so neat it could star in a gardening ad. Next day, my birdhouse Ellen's pride, and Joy gets a note. Unapproved decorative item. See, Appendix D. By week 2, I've got a stack of these things, citing my off-color shutters, my disruptive porch light, even my non-compliant gravel path, which is literally just gravel. I'm photographing each one, building a file like I'm back at the IRS because this isn't just petty, it's a shakedown. I start asking around. The Menezes admit they've been paying $150 a month since they moved in, thinking it's mandatory. She said we'd lose our house if we didn't. Mrs. Mendoza whispers, glancing at Margaret's place. Mr. Jenkins confirms she started this association 5 years ago, preying on new folks too scared to question her. I do the math. 15 houses at $150 a month for 5 years. That's $135,000 straight into Margaret's pocket. No HOA account, no oversight. I called the city about her fancy welcome to Oakwood Hill sign at the entrance. Turns out no permit, just an illegal eyesore she funded with dues. Her 4th of July parties, the Menezes went once, said it was all her country club pals, not neighbors, with catered shrimp they paid for. This isn't hot, and I'm itching to bust it wide open. Margaret's next move is bold. I decide to give her something to chew on, installing a low cedar fence around Ellen's rose bed, tasteful within city codes, and guaranteed to set her off. Sure enough, Saturday morning, I'm hammering the last post when her Escalade screeches up. She's in yoga gear, clutching her pamphlet like a Bible, yelling, "That fence is unapproved. It violates Guideline 14B, and you need a permit from the board." I keep hammering. Calm as a Sunday morning. "Margaret, there is no board. This is my property, and you're trespassing." Her face goes from pink to plum, and she's practically spitting. "You're ruining this neighborhood." I'm calling the police. She dials 911, voice shaking with fake fear. My neighbor's building an illegal fence, threatening me. I'm not safe. I'm thinking, lady, I face cartel accountants with better lies. I finish the fence, grab an iced tea, and wait by the window. 2 cops pull up. Officer Harris, a grizzled guy who looks done with the world, and a younger officer, all eager and by the book. Margaret's in full damsel mode, waving her clipboard, crying. He's harassing me, ignoring our legal covenants. Harris knocks, and I open the door. Calm as can be. "Afternoon, officer. I was putting up a fence on my property." She came onto my lawn yelling, so I asked her to leave. Margaret shrieks. He's lying. I'm the president of the Oakwood Hills Community Association. Harris sighs like he's heard this song before and asked for my ID. I hand him my driver's license, letting my wallet flip open just enough to show my IRS criminal investigation badge, gold, shiny, and very official. Harris's eyes flick to it, then to me, and his whole vibe changes like he's suddenly talking to a general. "Sir," he says, voice sharp now, "are you saying there's no registered HOA here?" I nod, check the county, and state, record myself. No such entity exists. She's been collecting money under false pretenses. Harris turns to Margaret. "All business. Ma'am, calling 911 for a neighbor dispute over a non-existent HOA is a misuse of emergency services. You need to leave his property now." Margaret's jaw hits the ground, her clipboard trembling. She's been outed in front of neighbors, peeking from their windows, and she knows it. She stomps back to her SUV, slamming the door so hard it echoes. That night, the Mendoza sneak over wide-eyed. "We saw it all, mister." Mendoza says she always said she had the cops in her pocket. I asked for their old checks, and they send me scanned 6 of them made out to Margaret V. Voss deposited straight into her personal account. Jackpot. I'm building a case now. Photos of her notes, notarized statements from Menezes, and 2 elderly couples she's fleeced. County records proving no HOA exists, and a spreadsheet estimating her $135,000 haul. Untaxed, unreported. This is wire fraud, mail fraud, maybe even felony tax evasion me old playground. I could send it to the IRS and call it a day, but that's too easy. Margaret's ruled by fear and public shaming. She needs to go down in front of the people she's conned. So we plan a trap. I get the men's Mr. Jenkins and a few others to help me organize a neighborhood meeting at the local library, no mention of Margaret. Just talk of a block party and safety ideas. We slip flyers under every door, including hers, knowing she'll show up to hijack it. Tuesday night, the library's packed 40 neighbors, some I've never seen, all curious. Mr. Jenkins is up front, stone-faced, ready for the show. The Menezes are nervous, but all in. At 7 o'clock, sharp, Margaret sweeps in white blazer, her husband trailing with a briefcase full of her fake bylaws. "Thank you for coming," she starts, voice booming like she's addressing Congress. This unsanctioned meeting is now under my authority. I stand slow and steady. "Actually, Margaret, I called this meeting. We're here to talk facts." The room's buzzing as I fire up my laptop, projector ready. First slide, Wake County records. Oakwood Hills Community Association. Results. Gasps ripple through the crowd. This is fake. Margaret screams, but I keep going. Next slide. State Registry. Same DL. No, HOA. Then her laminated notes blown up on the screen. 4 or 5 years. Margaret's been enforcing rules with no legal basis, harassing us with fines for birdhouses, gravel, grass. I clicked to the checks. She's collected $135,000 paid to her personal account, not an HOA. That's fraud, folks. The room's electric now. Neighbors whispering, some angry, some shocked. I show my spreadsheet. Her $30 a month landscaping expense against her $1,800 monthly take. This is undeclared income. In my old job, IRS Criminal Investigation Week called that felony tax evasion. Margaret's pale, her husband tugging her sleeve, whispering, "We need to go." But she's frozen as Mr. Jenkins' stance. 40 years here. Never an HOA till she showed up. Tried to find me from my garage lights. Mrs. Mendoza's next voice shaking. She said we'd lose our home if we didn't pay. We believed her. 3 more neighbors speak. Their stories pouring out fines, threats, fear. I hold up my dossier. Thick as a novel. Margaret, you've got 2 choices. 1, refund every penny with interest. Remove that illegal sign. Sign a cease and desist and never play HOA again. And we might call this settled. 2, this goes to the IRS, the Attorney General, and the Postal Service for mail fraud. They'll love your $135,000 side hustle. The room's dead silent. All eyes on her. She's shaking. No more queen bee. Just a corner fraudster. Without a word. She bolts. Her husband scrambling after her. The crowd's buzzing. Some clapping, some stunned. Within days, certified checks start hitting mailboxes, refunds with typed apologies. No signature. 2 weeks later, her welcome sign comes down, hauled off by a city crew. A month after that, a for sale sign goes up at her house. Word is she's in a gated community now, probably terrorizing their real HOA. Oakwood Hills is alive again. Kids playing, neighbors chatting, no more neon notes. We started a voluntary community group led by the Menezes, throwing block parties where Mr. Jenkins's grilled tomatoes steal the show. Every morning I'm out tending Ellen's roses, that cedar fence gleaming in the sun, and I feel her smiling, proud we didn't let a bully ruin our peace. But here's the thing, Margaret thought she was untouchable. But how many others are out there running fake HOAs, pocketing cash? What's your story? Ever face a Margaret who thought she owned your street? Drop it in the comments. Did I play this too hard, or was it just right to shut her down? Hit that like button if you're cheering for justice. Subscribe for more tales of regular folks taking back their neighborhoods, and let's keep this fight going. Thanks. Why out this one's for Oakwood?